We have gotten through 3 matches here for the state championships in Hot Springs, and we've got 2 more on deck. An exciting one now in the 2A between the Hackett Hornets and the Taylor Tigers. 2 teams that have faced each other multiple times, but for Hackett, they've won a couple state championships. For Taylor, they're looking for their first. Welcome, Alyssa Orange, alongside JB Brazil. And JB, a lot of talent about to take the court here.
Yeah, no doubt. Hackett's a lot of fun. No stranger to these moments, this stage. Got a really good talent. Taylor's first ever state title appearance. Watch out, though. They're good as well.
No pressure, but let's show you exactly how the Taylor Tigers got here as we pull up the bracket for the 2A. And Taylor getting that bye in the first round and then defeating Piggott in the second round to move our equipment, 3-2 in the second round. Then they go and they defeat Cotter 3-1, and that takes them now to Hackett. And what is in store for this Taylor team as they go up against a powerhouse in the 2A?
They really do. And this offense runs with Kendall Hamlin, the junior middle. Hamlin's the player they're going to lean on, really. Attacking from the middle, high efficiency. A lot of times you have your pins, but Taylor relies heavily on the junior in the middle. Her high efficiency, kill numbers are just off the charts. She's really, really good.
A shout out to them wearing their pink out jerseys in this state title game, but what's it going to take to get the win?
You know, I think for Taylor, there's a lot of different things that they're going to have to do. Hackett's, a team that's been here a lot, right? So the emotions are going to come into play. Keys are going to be for Taylor, play aggressive against Hackett, right? Serve tough, going to have to figure out ways to keep them off balance and out of rhythm.
Well, let's talk more about the Hackett Hornets, because as you mentioned, we're not joking when we say they've been here a time or two. They won a state title a season ago. They also won titles in 19 and 2020. They were runner-ups in 21, 22, and 23. Let's show you how they got here in their road to the championship game. They had the bye in that first round, and then they moved on to play Magnet Cove, swept them in 3 sets to advance, and then defeated Ozark Catholic in 3 sets as well to get us here. And who are we paying attention to in this rotation?
It's going to be Coach's daughter, Tulsa volleyball commit Michaelin Freeman. Just an athlete all the way around. 81 aces, 501 kills on the season. She's good defensively, 231 digs. Freeman's a player you're going to have to watch out for. And if she gets going, she can really help everyone else go also.
She's got a lot of power. How about both of our head coaches coaching their daughters in this matchup? But what are the keys to victory for the Hornets?
Yeah, I think distributing the offense, right? If Freeman gets going, that's going to allow that to happen. You're going to have more options. And then beating the block. Taylor's going to try to do everything they can to slow them down. If you can find a way to do that, I think you're going to be successful.
JB, you and I have had a lot of volleyball today. It's been exciting, but hopefully this one continues that trend as we get ready for Hackett and Taylor. Right after this, you're watching the Centennial Bank State Volleyball Championships presented by Everett Buick GMC on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com.
If you're looking for huge hits, big plays, or title game celebrations, we've got it all for you.
It's gone at the 11. Touchdown, Bryant.
It's the Centennial Bank State Football Championships live from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. And it all begins on December the 4th. For all the ways to watch and the complete schedule, just log on myarpbs.org/sports.
Hey football fans, David Basil here. You know the Little Rock Touchdown Club is where the legends come to talk. NFL Hall of Famers, championship coaches, and big-time analysts. And in case you can't make it to each event in person or you want to rewatch later, Arkansas PBS provides you a front row seat of our weekly events beginning August 18th. Every week this fall, you'll have the best ticket in town with Arkansas Live. It's football talk at its finest, and it's all just a click away. Tune in at myarpbs.org/Arkansas Live. You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
Welcome back as we get ready for this 2A state title matchup between the Taylor Tigers and the Hackett Hornets. Good to be with you. I'm Melissa Orange alongside JB Brazil, and we're getting it going here. Taylor's going to start service for us with Aniston Nolte.
Aniston Nolte to serve for Taylor.
Already starting off with a lot of power there. And finding that placement, Caitlin Edwards, already, we've talked about this, already finding the placement, the spacing on the court, and she gets the side out, now she gets to serve.
Yeah, right off the bat, too. Didn't go for the setup for an attack, goes and dumps it over and takes matters into her own hands.
Good defense. Edwards to Riley Decker. That one just out, a point for Taylor.
So an attacking error. Taylor certainly will take that. Great effort, right? Tracking that down was McHenry. Callie McHenry, coach's daughter, showcasing.
She is. Macy Downs with the serve to Edwards. Over to Kinley James. Bailey Edwards gets it back over for Hackett. Good defense by Kaylee McHenry there. And the kill by Riley Decker, a two-hit, and that's another point for Hackett. Already we can see the volleys going back and forth, but Hackett being very aggressive, JB.
Yeah, long rally too. It's always important to see who can win those rallies in the state championship game, and Hackett comes up big with a miscue by Taylor.
Riley Decker with the serve. Callie McHenry. Good point there by Scarlett Boynton. And Taylor's holding strong right now. Callie McHenry back to serve. Edwards to Freeman, and that's what you're trying to pay attention to, right? You've got to figure out where Freeman is at all times on the court.
Michaelin Freeman, she's so good. Even that one off the tape, rolls off the block and out of play. So tough to keep her in check, and that's going to be the tall task.
Kinley James now to serve. McHenry. And Kendall Hamlin with the kill. Ties this game up.
I think that's what we talked about, right? Hamlin and Freeman, opposite ends. They're going to be the players to watch. The offense is going to go through them, and Hamlin showed why.
Hamlin back to serve. Edwards digging it out of the net. And there she is again, being able to get that one down. And she didn't even have to do much jumping for that one to get the point.
It's a really nice job from Freeman, the down ball. Keeping her feet planted, right? And just able to place it perfectly. Lots of topspin, too, so it dies quickly against the defense.
Bailey Edwards to McHenry. Scarlett Boynton getting it over. And once again, Michaelin Freeman continuing to be the point person for Hackett at the moment, literally and figuratively, JB.
She's doing it all. Rips that one off the block, too. And a solo. That's going to be tough to go against Freeman.
Jenna Braswell. And Adley Buford able to rally that one back up, but well done. Great placement by Callie Reether. Keeps the ball on Hackett's side of the court.
They had one-on-one, too. The block attempt there from Adley Buford, but easy space
there. Unfortunately for Bailey Edwards, and you don't love that, but you've got a good offense that can get it back for you.
It's a freshman out there in Edwards. I like the idea to be aggressive. You're up by 3 at the time, but now it's just 2 with the air, but I like the aggression.
Edwards out to Freeman once more, and what a block there by Adley Buford. They're going to attack Freeman. They're not scared of her. They just know that they have to respect her.
That's right. Got a one-on-one, but just could not keep it quite in play.
Freeman on the service. McHenry to Nolte. Edwards trying to do a little bit of a setter's dump, but unsuccessful.
You looked at the defense. There was an opening. She just couldn't get it over the top of the net. Just too low on that, but a great idea nonetheless.
Carson Grant on the service. Edwards out to Riley Decker. A little long, but staying aggressive.
I like the look from Decker, trying to go power alley. You got more real estate when you do that. Just pushed it long.
Edwards found Reether there. Also helps get the block alongside Edwards and showing off that height early.
That's a good double from Edwards and Reether. Closing out. Didn't really give much room to work. That's tough. Hackett's block so good, and that's going to be the key for Taylor to get around that.
Reether with the jump serve. Nolte getting it over. Good attempt by Edwards, but Nolte putting it in a spot that kind of threw off Hackett's defense.
That's a really nice job from Nolte. Aniston Nolte, placement's big when you're playing a good defensive team, and Hackett, Taylor's within 1.
Good block by Kendall Hamlin. The dig. Macy Downs keeping it in play. But there goes Freeman coming out, even she's in the back row, able to show off that power.
It's so tough. There's a reason she's playing Division I volleyball at the next level. It's tough. Those back row attacks, one-on-one with Hamlin, it's just too much to slow down Michaelin Freeman.
Caitlin Edwards with the service. Macy Downs. Hamlin just dumps it over. And that worked out well. Wasn't what they drew up, I don't think, over there for Taylor, but it worked.
Hey, a point's a point no matter how you draw it up. I think Coach would rather you stay in system and get it, but hey, it works all the same. Use it to your advantage.
Macy Downs to Edwards. What a hit there by Hamlin. The attack at the net. And Taylor's not backing down here in their first state appearance.
Yeah, Kendall Hamlin's very athletic. She's fun to watch. It's a really good push to that middle and that setup, and Hamlin pounds it through the block.
Edwards to Edwards.
You kind of tell the idea for Taylor. They're doing a lot of solo blocking, hoping that gives them more back, but sometimes, though, on that block, you don't have enough, and it's getting more shanks off it. So if you're Hackett, try to attack, and that's what they're doing, high hands.
Riley Decker. Braswell. Grant and back over once again Freeman, and it's really impressive to see right now how they're just setting up Freeman regardless of where she is on the court.
And once again, it's one-on-one, Hamlin against Freeman. And anytime you're going to take the offensive player, they just have a higher percentage to succeed.
Unable to track that down is Braswell. So that's another point for Hackett. And those are the kind of points that if you're Taylor, you don't want to give them.
That's right. Those aces are tough to recover from.
Decker, another ace. Hackett starting to get some separation. Taylor's hoping to try to stop this rally.
You could tell she's trying to aim back row at Carson Grant's back there.
Stopped by Grant, pushed over by Hamlin, and she found a spot to give the ball back to her team.
It all starts with that serve receive. Got to have a good first touch, stay in system, get it to your center, and that when Hamlin's on the front line, that's usually where it's going.
McHenry, Edwards, out to Freeman. The block by Hamlin. Freeman's going to try again. We're going to get it to Hamlin, who just dumps it over. Edwards to Edwards to Edwards. That makes my life easy, JB. Hamlin dumping it back over to Freeman. Good recovery there by Kinley James. 2 hits, and they're going to reward the point to Hamlin, but or Hackett. Quite a battle there by Hamlin and that Taylor team to try to win that rally.
Just trying to set it over, but hit one hand first and then the second one. It's got to be a real clean, smooth transition if you're trying to set it over, and it wasn't.
Kinley James. McHenry gets it back to her teammate and back over, and finding the hole is Freeman once more.
Doesn't take much for Michael and Freeman. It was a roll shot that time, so it took something off of it. And so it's so tough with that defense. You think it's coming powerfully, nope, off speed.
Power and finesse, JB. That's the name of the game. That one out for James. Taylor trying to see if they can go on a rally here.
I think that's what you talk about, the power finesse. The players that usually go on to play at the next level know how to hit it hard, hit it soft, but know when to do it. That's the key.
Hamlin back over to Edwards. Edwards with the power kill, and Kaylin Edwards with her 2nd kill of the day.
You know, freshman Bailey Edwards at the service line. She's been really good all season.
Gets it over to Braswell. Braswell just kind of dumps it back over. Edwards setting up Freeman once more. Did she hit that with her opposite arm?
Left-handed.
There we go. Okay, so I think she's trying to show us she can do a little bit of everything.
Ambidextrous much?
Okay.
We see you, Michael and Freeman.
Call me impressed. Back over the net, Braswell. Braswell to Grant. Edwards. Recovered there a little bit by Hill. It's a timeout for Taylor. Right now, Hackett with an 18-11 lead. We'll be right back out of this timeout.
Tomorrow morning at 11:30.
Welcome back to the 2A state title game between Taylor and Hackett. Coming out of a timeout right now, the Hornets up 18-11, JB, and we have seen Michaelin Freeman showcase from the beginning.
It's been her show. 8 kills on 11 attacks. That's a 727 hitting percentage. You heard me right. That's unreal. But then Bailey Edwards, the freshman's got 2 kills on 667, so high efficiency all around for Hackett. Taylor's going to have to figure out a way to slow that down.
Yes, they will. And speaking of Bailey Edwards, she's going to serve this one over for the Hornets. Braswell to Grant. And there's Adley Buford with the kill. Well done by Taylor out of the timeout.
Athletes are plenty on the floor right now. Taylor's got a lot themselves. Buford, softball standout. The lefty gets the finish.
Braswell sends it back over. Edwards shooting it over to Freeman. Freeman, nothing you can do about that one.
They're going to have to figure out a way to maybe bring more than one block over there if you can to try to slow down Freeman. Solos aren't going to work, or Freeman's going to have a heyday.
Yeah, slow down is the key word there as she sends this one over. Good job by Buford to just get it back over the net. But there you go. When it's not Edwards, you're looking at girls like Riley Decker, and she sends that one flying.
So many options. Edwards, Michael and Freeman, Riley Decker, the junior, pounds that one on the power alley swing.
Freeman to Grant. Back over Edwards, sending it back over to little setter's dump. Grant, Macy Downs gets it back over. Hackett gonna set back their offense back up. And Decker just a little too strong on that one.
Yeah, that swing with no block there. Usually you try to hit the high hands, maybe to get a tool of a block, but that was just too much power, not enough topspin.
Carson Grant back to serve for Taylor. Edwards over to Reether. Downs blocked. Recovered nicely by Taylor. Freeman able to clean it up there in the back row to get the kill and the point. But really good defense on both sides to just keep that ball alive that entire rally, JB.
It really was, with the emphasis and the exclamation mark for Michael and Freeman. Back row bonanza. That was popped.
Reether with the service. Good dig there by Braswell. Good try, attempt there by Edwards, but well done by Macy Downs to get her a little bit off guard for the point for Taylor.
Good placement, able to pinball it off the arms. Had to squeeze that through. Hadn't have enough power to do that, and Downs did.
21-14, Taylor looking to try to get a rally together. Aniston Nolte back to serve. Edwards. Kinley James. McHenry there, able to set up her teammates, and Bailey Edwards couldn't handle that one.
That's a really nice job with the solo stuff from Kendall Hamlin. Sent it back. Hackett was able to return, but you give Taylor a chance to stay in system, and that's when any team really runs their best offense.
Nolte, Edwards cleans it up. Over there for Reether, and that was a big time point as Taylor's trying to string some together. It is now 21-16 as they've gone on a little two-point rally.
A lot of that from Kendall Hamlin. Really nice job with the block. One-on-one sent straight back.
Nolte, Freeman sets up her setter. Gonna hit it from the back row here, but a little bit of finesse. Hamlin shoots it back over, and Freeman says this time I'll put a little power, but that's what Hamlin and Taylor need to do to try to slow down, as you mentioned, Michael and Freeman.
That's the name of the game. You're not gonna be able to stop her, but slow her down, and I really like what's happening from Kendall Hamlin, player to watch. She's doing it on all sides of the floor.
Nolte, Freeman cleans it up. Over to James. James over the net, and they're going to reward Taylor with that point, and just like that, Hackett's going to call a timeout because that is exactly the kind of rally that the Tigers needed.
It's the Kendall Hamlin block party, and she's pulled the Tigers within a tray.
Hey football fans, David Basil here. You know the Little Rock Touchdown Club is where the legends come to talk. NFL Hall of Famers, championship coaches, and big-time analysts. And in case you can't make it to each event in person or you want to rewatch later, Arkansas PBS provides you a front row seat of our weekly events beginning August 18th. Every week this fall, you'll have the best ticket in town with Arkansas Live. It's football talk at its finest, and it's all just a click away. Tune in at myarpbs.org/Arkansas Live.
The Taylor Tigers able to put together a little bit of a 4-point rally here to make it a 21-18 game here in this first set of the 2A state title game. And they're going to get the ball again back out here to serve, JB, and this is exactly what you wanted to see.
That's right. Kendall Hamlin was a lot of that, right? Kick-started everything. 3 blocks in that sequence. Defense bowling up big time for Taylor, trying to ride the waves out of the timeout.
Nolte coming out of the timeout, back to serve. Freeman to Edwards. Back over to James. James tips it over. Grant able to get it back, and that's exactly what Hackett wanted out of that timeout, was to get that service back.
This ball coming over. Oh, man, that's gnarly.
Strong, Hamlin. And Downs. I know that hurt, but you got to do what you can. It's an ace there for Caitlin Edwards. And a timeout for Taylor. Probably going to check on Hamlin and Downs, make sure the two of them are okay.
They're 2 tough cookies, I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't be able to stay out there.
I think you could. You're tough, JB.
Well, that's fair. Well.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard. I got tackled last week at Greenwood, and I'm still standing. So,
okay, so you're tough
you're
too.
all right.
Okay,
yeah,
all
I'm
right.
sure you're tough.
Well, I appreciate it. Scan that QR code on your screen to contribute. Every dollar goes toward supporting the broadcast of high school championship games. Any amount helps us continue to showcase these amazing athletes in their communities. Together, we can keep the spirit of Arkansas sports alive right here on Arkansas PBS Sports.
So important what these broadcasts do to highlight these student athletes, and not just in football, but volleyball, softball, soccer, baseball.
Yeah.
We've done those broadcasts, and to be able to highlight these athletes who work hard all year long, it's special.
And Kendall Hamlin, I hope she's okay. I mean, she's a key player for Taylor. If they're going to have a chance of rolling back, you imagine she's going to have a large part in that.
She will. Kaylin Edwards here to serve to Braswell. Braswell to McHenry. Then Edwards gets the dig, and it's going to be up to Abby White. Downs with the dig. Hamlin pushes it over, but they say she had a lift. They're going to give that point to Hackett, and we've been here all day. They've called that a lot today.
And I'll be honest with you, not to nitpick on the refs, it's been tough because they've been close, but the refs have been consistent, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Game in and game out, they have been, even if it is frustrating for that team at the time. Downs with the power, the block not enough, and that's a big point for Taylor, as now it's 24-19. Hackett flirting with match point here, but Taylor's not going down quietly in this first set.
Got some fight in those Tigers.
Edwards. To Edwards. And that's another point for Taylor, and they're within 4, still battling here in this first set.
No room for error if you're Taylor, but keep doing the small things right, might pay off.
Macy Downs, Edwards, James, another point for Taylor. They're doing a really good job, Taylor is, at the net to give Hackett a little bit of trouble on these kill attempts.
Yeah, and when you say giving them trouble, it's been Kendall Hamlin right at the net going solo.
Edwards. Decker keeping the ball alive. Edwards, Decker. And there it is. Hard-fought battle, but Macy Downs not able to handle that one. Hackett takes the first set of this 2A state title game, 25-21. Coming out of this break, we're going to go to set 2.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Team sports in Arkansas really is the building of character. It's being able to get through trials and tribulations as a team. You take those lessons from team sports and use them in everyday life situations. I'm RJ Hawk. Please consider giving to Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Ken Burns. Over the last 10 years, my colleagues Sarah Botstein, David Schmidt, and I have been working on a film about our country's founding, the American Revolution. It was one of the most important events in human history. I hope you'll watch on Arkansas PBS or stream on the PBS app.
Join Arkansas PBS for a preview of the American Revolution and a conversation connecting Arkansas to America's founding story. Learn more at myarpbs.org/events.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
Lately, we've been reminded just how much this community cares about public media. Your messages, your support, and your belief in what we do mean the world to us. Because of you, Arkansas PBS continues to educate children, inform our citizens, and share powerful Arkansas stories, making sure everyone has a place to learn, grow, and feel connected. Now more than ever, it's your support that will help Arkansas PBS remain strong, preserving our legacy and safeguarding our future. Please consider becoming a monthly sustaining donor or increasing your support if you are able. Then, now, always. Arkansas PBS is your public media station. Thank you.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Let's start this second set of the 2A state title game with some trivia sponsored by the U.S. Army. JB, how many schools have won the volleyball and softball state championships in the same calendar year? There's your question, brought to you by the U.S. Army, where leadership, teamwork, and discipline go beyond the court.
That's pretty impressive because volleyball state finals are one of the very first finals of the school calendar year, and then softball's at the very end. Can't imagine there's too many.
Yeah, and from a sport perspective, I played both in high school. So You've got a lot of these girls who do play both. A lot of these girls on Taylor's roster, I remember talking about during our softball finals earlier this year. And so a lot of these girls also won 2 state titles in that same calendar year.
And these two teams know each other pretty well, these two schools, I should say.
They do. An ace there for Caitlin Edwards to start things off and jump out to a 1-0 lead.
It's a great start for Hackett. I think that's what you want after closing out that first set. Keep your foot on the gas pedal.
Service again to Braswell. McHenry over to Downs. Downs with the power. Freeman from the back. Gonna get it to Braswell. McHenry, Hamlin trying to get it over, but a great block there by Hackett to force it back down the other side. Edwards, Braswell, McHenry back over to Hamlin, finding that power, and that's what they're gonna need from her if they're gonna continue to stick around with Hackett and battle it out, JB. They need her in the front row.
Yeah, it's gonna be Kendall Hamlin on the block and then Kendall Hamlin on the attack a lot of times. High efficiency in the middle. Hamlin certainly powerful on her swing.
Edwards out to Decker. Great block there by Taylor, but just not enough. Keeps it on this side for Hackett. Riley Decker back to serve. McHenry doing what she can to just keep that ball alive. Edwards to Edwards. The kill is going to make it a 4-1 game now in favor of the Hornets.
Edwards' connection pays off that time for Hackett. They're starting to extend that lead out.
If they just want to keep doing that, it's going to make our life a whole lot easier. Service error there by Decker in the net for the point for Taylor. And now McHenry back to serve. Edwards sets up Edwards. She gets the kill again. Well done. Well set up there by that Hackett offense up the middle.
It's a nice job by the youngster. Rips that off the block. It's a soft block, but then Taylor, nobody home on the back end to get the first touch.
Kinley James now back here to serve. McHenry to Hamlin. Cleaned up by Edwards. Decker to Freeman, and so much power, but Taylor able to corral it back over. Hamlin. Freeman tries again, and Hamlin's there at the net for defense.
Kendall Hamlin's been huge. I mean, we're going to continue to call her name all night long. Going up against Michael Freeman. She wins it. Not sure if it was going to make its way over. Regardless, her arm was there to send it right back, and Hackett could not recover.
Hamlin to Decker, Edwards. And Reether getting the point for Hackett.
Nice play from the junior. She's got some length there right at the net. Anytime you set up middle, you like your chances. Hackett gets another.
Edwards to Braswell. Over for Buford. Freeman once more. Great shot down the line. It is now 7-3 in favor of Hackett.
Make it 11 kills too. And that time they tried to get the block from Adley Buford. She was late getting there, and Freeman made them pay.
Edwards. Buford. Decker. Freeman just going to take it herself back over the net, set the defense back up. She wanted to hit that one, but lightly sets that one back over. McHenry to Grant, but Freeman again there for the block, and that is what you're going to have to battle, that height and the vertical jump ability of this Hackett team, JB.
It's a nice job from Grant to win that battle against Freeman and earn the point. You're going to have to grit it out if you're Taylor.
Yeah, Braswell here. The dig, and no one is there. That's an ace for Taylor. It's now 7-5, and the Tigers seeing if they can string some points together.
It's a nice job from the libero, Jenna Braswell. Within two of Hackett, just try to stay within striking distance.
The net kind of messing with that one, but great job with the defense there by Edwards to time it perfectly to send it back over for the point. As Freeman now makes her way to the service line.
Nice job from Caitlin Edwards, wins the joust at the net. That's some strength going up against strength, and she wins it.
It's all about timing too. Freeman there, Braswell with the dig, Downs trying to send it to that back corner, but Edwards cleans it up, or Freeman cleans it up for Edwards. McHenry to Buford, Freeman. Little trickery there by the setter, and that one works. That's something too, you focus so much on these hitters, you gotta remember that she's can dump it over there and throw you off guard a little bit. It's another timeout.
Trying to track down the block, and sometimes the block, you're looking for who you're gonna go, but the setter dumps it over and nobody's home.
We mentioned, JB, that both of these head coaches are coaching their daughters on their roster. For Hackett and head coach Bridget Freeman, Michael Freeman, as a coach, you gotta love what your daughter's been able to do, and she's been able to lead this team, started the program at Hackett, and she said in 2018 they really turned things around and have really started to crank out that success. For Taylor and their head coach, Courtney McHenry, being able to have this first appearance in the state finals means a lot because they have been able to slowly build this competitive foundation for the Tigers.
Yeah, last year they had the t-shirts. It was hashtag keep the key, right? Last year's the first year that they made it past the first round, and so they were telling everybody, hey, we just want to keep our hotel key a little longer. I think it's worked out this year.
It definitely has worked out. They've held on to that hotel key for quite some time here in Hot Springs and over the last week with the state tournament. Freeman. Henry, Buford, Freeman with the dig. Decker. Little miscommunication, but Macy Downs there to clean it up. Edwards. Well done there. Puts that one down for Reether.
It's great athleticism from Callie Reether, going right-handed. Anytime you got these kind of balls off kilter a little bit, you've got to be able to find windows. Reether, great IQ, scanned the floor and found the opening.
Hamlin, Downs, sends it back over to Freeman. Edwards, Decker having to punch that one. A lift, they're gonna call it. She tried to come in there with her fist to hit the ball, and they called it a lift. I think there's been a lot of confusion on the definition of a lift. I'm not gonna lie here, JB.
No doubt. Yeah, you know, naturally, R1 gets the final say, so he saw something that constituted a lift in his opinion.
And Decker hits that one into the net after she was called for the lift. And that's things you talk about, mentality, just hoping that doesn't shake her a little bit over there on that outside corner.
A game that's so influenced by runs and momentum. It can shift on miscues, no question.
Reether with the attempt, the block there by Downs. And the Tigers get the point. It's now 10-8. Taylor sticking around. There's a look at both of our head coaches again. Courtney McHenry for Taylor and Bridget Freeman for Hackett. Two coaches who are so invested in the foundation that they've built at their schools.
Yeah.
Downs coming in with power, cleaned up there by Freeman. Decker with the hit, and that one off the elbow of Hamlin for the point. Decker with the kill, and it is 11-8 now in favor of Hackett.
Big, powerful swing. You talked about Coach Freeman. You know, she started her coaching career at Mansfield, who's in the state title, will be in the next matchup. She also played at Arkansas Tech. Then she got the program started at Hackett, and my goodness, the success they've had after the first 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. There is the ace for Reether to extend this lead to 12.
Here's something I thought Coach Freeman told us was that she doesn't call them losses. They're all called learns, in her opinion.
It's a very interesting approach, but I appreciate that. That one just a little bit long. Gives the point back to Taylor. And Aniston Nolte now back to serve.
Coach Freeman's assistant, Maddie Taylor. It's Maddie Fisher now, but she was a setter, part of that 2019-20 team, was a 7th grader when the program got started.
She's seen it come a long way.
Yeah.
Hamlin wanted so much power on that one. But what a block by Kinley James up the middle to send it back the other direction.
It's tough to guard Kendall Hamlin, but when the block is there and you close out nicely, a good job doubling and sending it right back from which it came.
Edwards, Braswell, Nolte trying to clean it back up, and James taking advantage of just Taylor being out of position because of the defense.
They're trying to kind of crash back. They were keeping the ball alive, which is great, but once that came overpass, easy job to put it away
That's
for
why
Hackett.
it's so hard with volleyball, as fast-paced as it is. You got to turn around and get right back where you're needed. Downs down the line, cleaned up by Edwards. Over to Decker. Off the shoulder of Braswell, and that's another point for Decker, and I think she's starting to finally get that rhythm on that outside corner.
Boy, when you've already got options like Michael and Freeman, you get Decker going, Edwards, watch out.
15-9 in favor of Hackett here in this second set. McHenry to Downs. Freeman cleans it up, pushes it back over, does Edwards. On the line, that one down for Taylor. And another point for Hackett.
This is what the Hornets do, right? They do a lot of small things, make
Coach
it tough.
McHenry wanting a timeout to kind of talk it over. And the last thing, if you're the Taylor Tigers, you want is for them to really steal that momentum and not be able to get it back. All right, we set you up here, JB. How many schools have won the volleyball and softball state championships in the same calendar year?
Well, 4.
4 is right.
Yeah, well, it popped up. That's the only reason.
I thought you got it right.
I wish
Man, I was really about to give you a high five. And those graphic guys, you paid them. You paid them to make you look good. No, I'm kidding. 4, you're right. Benton in 2022 and 23. Hackett in 2024. Lake Hamilton in 2007. And Mansfield in 2012.
Not very often has that happened.
It's not very often, but it's pretty cool when you do. As we mentioned, a lot of cross-sport athletes with volleyball and softball, a lot of state rings for those teams.
My question is it the same year or is it the same academic year, right? Because
it would have to be the same, I would think,
right?
academic year or calendar year. We got to ask our friends who put these trivia questions together for us what that actually means.
I know a guy.
We'll see. Okay, good. Edwards out to Decker. Timed that one out perfectly. McDowns trying to clean that one up, but a double hit gets the point for Hackett. 17-9 in favor of the Hornets.
Yeah, Hackett's starting to feel things here. If you get to 2 sets, you feel like you're going to close things out in the 3rd set. Taylor just needs to show some life here, figure out a way to side out.
Edwards, a little bit too strong on that serve. That's the kind of point you need for Taylor. Just an easy service error, get the ball back, and see if you can set your offense up.
Yeah, use that miscue and try to fuel some offense for yourself. Got to serve tough if you're Taylor.
Freeman, Edwards, Decker just having that one out. So close for Hamlin. She thought she had that one.
Man.
At the net.
Well, it's either
Bad
all the way
break
in
for her.
or
That's
all
right.
the way out.
It's either all the way in or all the way out. There is no close. McHenry trying to shoot it back over, but Freeman not fooled. Able to kind of beat her at her own game there. Keep these points rolling for Hackett, 19-10. Decker hits the net, but it makes it work. Edwards to Edwards. But the point to Taylor, that one out to give the ball back to the Tigers.
Attacking error from the freshman. It's tough on that right side. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Just kind of hit it off the side part of her hand, and it caromed off to the right.
Edwards. So James trying to clean that up, and Freeman does with her elbow, makes it stay alive. But that one falling. Good rally there by the Tigers to keep the service on their side.
Yeah, nice job from Carson Grant. Just too hot to handle for Hackett. Needed something. Producing your own offense will always help.
McHenry. Edwards to Freeman. Kind of putting that one over lightly there. Boyett trying to make something happen, but that one going a little too long. Brings Kinley James back to serve once more. Edwards. Edwards, great block by Taylor. Freeman keeping it up, and Edwards able to push it back over despite Hamlin being there at the net to try to block it.
Bright future for that young Edwards. Bailey Edwards, just a freshman on that right side, but man, she's playing out of her mind.
Playing quite well. James, again, a little bit too much power on that serve to give the ball back to Taylor.
That's an area that's kind of helped Taylor stay around a little bit. 6 service errors for Hackett, 0 for Taylor, and they do have an ace. But they're going to need a little bit more to go their way. For Taylor, might need to try to roll the dice and get an ace or 2.
Yeah, Hamlin's trying to make that work. Edwards. Well done there by Reether to get the point. That one looked like it might have been going to Freeman, but Reether coming out of the middle. Edwards. Here to Buford. Edwards, a little service dump again. Always got to be aware of where your setter is. And watch her hands, JB.
Well, it comes over quick, too. Goes left hand. If you can hide it well as a setter, and Edwards does, it makes it look like you're about to go with the set and then quickly push it over without lifting, mind you. That's tough to stop.
It is. So you've got to be so focused. Buford trying to get something on it, but a little too strong there. As Hackett now up 24-13. It is match point once again for the Hornets. Braswell, McHenry. Boyett, not enough. There you go for Hackett. They win set 2. And the Hornets playing really good volleyball right now, JB.
Dominant in that second set. They had everything rolling their way. Taylor going to have to bring something to keep their hopes alive of a state title in their first ever trip.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Hey, guess what? At Arkansas PBS, K is for kindness. This fall, we're hosting a super cool free family day event. Join us at the Jones Center in Springdale on Saturday, November 8th. There's going to be awesome activities, storytelling, special treats, and you can even meet your favorite PBS Kids characters like Daniel Tiger and Curious George. You don't want to miss it. Grab your grown-ups and join us. To learn more, check out myarpbs.org/events. See you there.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Arkansas has some of the best trout fishing in the country, and I really think it's really underrated.
You know, this is what we're known for.
The Ozark Mountain Daredevils have been described as a collection of ragtag hippies, bohemians, and musicians who approach the music industry in their own unique way.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
You can leave a legacy of education and inspiration. Every day, Arkansas PBS highlights local stories, showcases the natural beauty of our state, and engages lifelong learners of all ages. You can ensure that these trusted programs and valued services will benefit generations to come when you make a gift through your will, trust, or retirement account to Arkansas PBS. Join the ranks of corporate supporters at Arkansas PBS. Our viewers love the businesses that underwrite their favorite programs. Showcase your business and support lifelong learning in Arkansas today.
Welcome back to the 2A state title game between Hackett and Taylor. And let's introduce you, JB, to our Arkansas PBS Student Athlete All-Star.
That's Carrie-Ann O'Shaughnessy from Ozark Catholic Academy, another 4.0 GPA senior. She's going to attend college and major in communications. Love it.
Great choice.
Absolutely.
Should we tell her or let her figure it out on her own?
To be
We're
determined.
kidding. We're kidding.
It's great.
It is. We love what we do.
Indeed.
And here we go to start the third set of this 2A matchup. Hackett winning the first two sets, 25-21 and 25-13, but a little miscommunication there on defense gives this first point to Taylor.
Yeah, some miscomm, and Taylor taking an advantage, trying to use that. They're going to need everything to force. They're going to pull a reverse sweep, essentially, so got to get everything rolling.
Freeman, Edwards, James finds the hole and gets that point back.
Well, the weapons that Hackett has, Kinley James, nice job, little erection, goes pushing outside of her right hand. Hackett, they've got so many different options that utilize it very well, and their attack is so pure.
Caitlin Edwards now to serve. McHenry to Downs. Downs a little bit too powerful there, sends it sailing to keep the point with Hackett.
Wanted to try to get those high hands, but just couldn't get Hackett on the touch.
Braswell, McHenry trying to set up Hamlin. Hamlin dunks it over. They clean up nicely. James there to send it back over. Hamlin. Edwards from the back row here. Just a little bit of a tap hit. McHenry to Downs, still trying to find her 4th kill. She's got the power and we've seen it, but she's trying to find that rhythm for Taylor.
Gonna have to find it quick, right? You're running out of, I guess not time, but you're running out of points.
Attempts,
yeah.
Sure. Edwards again. McHenry, Hamlin. That one out as well, and just a little too much power from Taylor and their hitters right now. Trying to find something to drop here.
Sometimes you can, you know, in a match where you feel like you need to get something rolling, you try to force things a little bit too much, and then the wheels start to fall off.
Edwards, that one off the arms of Aniston Nolte for the ace. And Hackett jumping out to a 5-1 lead here early in set 3, and if they win this one, it's another state title for the Hornets.
What a program that Coach Bridget Freeman has built at Hackett, really from the ground up, quite literally.
That one a service error by Edwards. I was thinking about that, and we talked about the success that they've had, and for Coach Freeman and her daughter, a senior, making sure I'm correct on that, a senior going to play at Tulsa.
Yep.
If you think about it, she has not played in a state finals game.
That's crazy.
You think about that? Isn't that accurate?
Yeah.
She's not played.
She's been there her
in a
whole
state finals
career, high school career. She's going to play for a Tulsa team that knocked off the Razorbacks this year, volleyball program that Arkansas struggling a little bit, but still, that's a good Tulsa program.
A little bit of a down year for Jason Watson and his team, but yeah, still a good team. It's Tulsa. Big time hit there by Hamlin. Gets the ball back to Taylor as Hackett has a 6-3 lead right now.
It's a nice job.
Callie McHenry back there to serve.
Kendall Hamlin's so fun to watch.
Edwards over to Freeman. The dig there by McHenry. Hamlin once more finds the spot, and that is the kind of momentum that Taylor wants to try to get on their side, finding those holes in this Hackett defense.
Take a look at that push over from Hamlin, but the save from Carson Grant, that attack from Freeman was an absolute hammer that she kept alive.
McHenry again, that one right back over, cleans it up, and James able to adjust her body for that one. Edward over to Freeman. Freeman with that power. Braswell touches it, but there was a lot of heat on that one, JB.
I think she was frustrated that she went for it, but quite frankly, I think that's in if she doesn't. So good idea to try to go for it. Those are just too tough to handle sometimes.
James on the service. McHenry to Hamlin. Hamlin with the power, and she finds that hole, and she's starting to see it right now. When you look at her stats, 7 kills for Kendall Hamlin.
Padding those stats. She's quite, I mean, she's doing it all. 3 digs, 4 blocks.
She is. Unfortunately, a service error is not what you want, though, but she's doing so much for this Taylor team at the net.
Hey, just a junior, though, so got a bright future.
Got a lot of volleyball left for her, too. Edwards on the serve. Braswell takes it from the back row. Edwards gonna set up Freeman. So much power down that line. Incredible body control she has.
Yeah, flexible, able to kind of rear back, the way you get so much force on your swing, so it increases that velo. 13 kills.
All in that back arch, which is going to allow your upper body to swing through with all of that power. But also to be able to adjust your shoulders, JB, to decide where you want to hit it. Either cross court or right down the line as Hackett gets another point.
And that's why she's going to play Division I volleyball.
That is exactly why. 10-5 in favor of Hackett here. Edwards back to serve. That one, service error into the net. Going to give it back to Taylor, and Braswell back there to serve for the Tigers. Edwards. Decker, a little too much. And that one out. Keeps it on Taylor's side.
Was trying to place that, looked like back right quarter pocket, but hits it too far off that edge of her hand and kind of shanks off.
Edwards from the line. The dig not in time. Sends that ball back to Michael Lynn Edwards, and now she gets to show off her service skills, because what can't she do, JB?
Freeman's so fun to watch. That so powerful on that swing, too.
So much power. That one might have actually been out if Hamlin wouldn't have put her hands up. Macy Downs. She cleans that one up, and Decker at the net to send it back over. McHenry to Downs, and she has finally found that spot. That is her 4th kill of the day, and she's been working hard for that one, Macy Downs has. She's been trying to find a hole all night.
Nice job, a little soft serve ice cream in that little corner on the left side. Good placement.
I want some ice cream. Now you've put it in my head. Maybe
West
later.
Side got them some ice cream.
I know, I want some though. I didn't get invited the first time.
How rude of them.
That's okay. Downs again, blocked though by Edwards. Point Hackett. 12-8 now in favor of the Hornets. Decker comes back now. Excuse me, Reether now back here to serve. McHenry, Downs once more. She's trying from that outside corner, but she's trying to also avoid those blocks, and sometimes, JB, that can be hard.
Yeah, and I think you see the adjustment, trying to go a little bit lower, squeeze it in, just didn't get it high enough and didn't get it over the net.
Reether, a little bit, not enough effort on that one. And I know as a former volleyball player, sometimes you can just feel it when you just hit the ball at the wrong part of your hand.
Doesn't have a chance.
You kind of know the minute that it leaves your hand, it's not going to go very far. And that happens. Aniston Nolte sends it over for Taylor. James punches it over for Hackett. McHenry setting up Hamlin. Hamlin continuing to battle in front of the net. Decker, great dig there by Abby White. Downs again trying to avoid that block but can't. James and Edwards sends it back the other direction for the point. It is now 13-8.
Great job on that block. Downs trying to save it on the rejection from Caitlin Edwards, but a nice job for the setter for Hackett. She's awarded the serve now.
Edwards, Braswell. Downs trying to clean that one up. Unfortunately, the free ball not going to be able to get back over the net. Edwards, that's an ace. Aniston Nolte standing a little too far, and again, we've talked about it, JB, sometimes these serves look like they're going to come in right to you, and then they just drop.
Almost knuckling, too. Great job from Edwards. It's a really good serve.
You would pull out a baseball reference. And I much appreciate it. It is.
That time.
It truly is that time. Another service ace here, and a timeout for Taylor, trying to see if they can break this little streak that Edwards is on, and the Hornets with a 17-9 lead.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's so nice to have you here. It's worth it.
Wheels up in 5.
very simple but very elegant food.
I'm trying to save your father's life.
Excited?
I can't wait.
Welcome back. Hackett right now with a 17-9 lead over the Taylor Tigers, and Edwards back here to serve. And see if they can get this win and go home champions here in this third set. James cleans that back up. McHenry sends it a little too far deep, can't clean it back up, and 18-9. Hackett's feeling really good about where they are right now.
Yeah, Taylor's going to have a last-ditch effort, trying to figure out a way to go on a big run in a big way.
First and foremost, you got to get Edwards off the service line.
She's had a great job at the service line all match.
Braswell, Downs, sends it back over. White to Decker. Wow. What an impressive rally. Taylor tried. Look at that. That would have been pretty if it went in. What an effort there by Braswell.
From Braswell, no kidding.
Service still for Edwards. Off the net and still rolls in, and sometimes there's nothing you could do about that one where it hits the net and just dies, and you don't mean to, but Edwards will take a point any way she can. It is now 20-9.
7 straight serves now from Caitlin Edwards.
Braswell, McHenry, Downs, tipped by White, cleaned up here at the net by Decker. McHenry over to Hamlin. Hamlin blocked by James. Braswell and Downs blocked once again by James and Edwards, and that's exactly what we're talking about. That height is so hard to beat up front at this net for these Taylor hitters.
And Hackett just going back to the well, keep pounding, good blocks all the way around until they closed out the long rally.
Edwards still serving. She'll take it. Braswell, McHenry, Hamlin, Freeman to Decker. Oh, not enough on that. I think she was trying to be a little bit of a finesse hit, but a little too finesse there. Didn't have enough behind it.
Didn't get enough mustard on it.
No. Downs with the service. Edwards, back row to Freeman. Such power, as we know. James pushing it. And they're going to say that Taylor was in the net. 22-10 now in favor of Hackett, and they are 3 points away, JB, from another state championship.
Yeah, they can start to feel it. The faithful now up 12. Not saying it's over yet, but my goodness, you feel like your chances are really good to close it out in 3.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
This is the Buffalo's last chance.
They've survived. We've survived. We both persisted.
As long as you were with other GIs, you figured, well, they can handle it, I can handle it. You just keep moving ahead.
We just tried to believe that this was the right thing to do.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
Here we go. Hackett 3 points away from a state title. Taylor trying to see if they can put together a rally. Riley Decker on the service. That one an ace.
Boy, Hackett can start to feel it a little bit now, can't they?
They can. Their fans are feeling it too. The ones that made the trip. Decker, Braswell, McHenry, over to Hamlin, a little too close to the net. Nothing she could do about that. James is there to put it back down. So here we are, match point, JB. This is it.
41 kills to 17 for Hackett. That's been the difference.
It has been the difference, and that's the power and the athleticism that this volleyball team has. Decker, McHenry, Hamlin trying to get it down, cleans it back up. Freeman from the back row, and there it is. How fitting is it that Michaelyn Freeman is going to end this one and win it for Hackett in her senior season.
Her final kill of her high school career is a state title winner. Michaelyn Freeman, quite the high school career. Another trophy in that trophy case.
She's going to take that talent to Tulsa, as we've mentioned, but what a battle by Taylor. They knew they were coming up against a hard-fought Hackett team and fought for as long as they could. Coming up after this, we've got trophies to hand out, JB.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Welcome to the Arkansas PBS studios. I'm Jamie Walters.
And I'm Aaron Utley, and we're here to let you know what's happening this November.
As we look forward to America at 250, Ken Burns' film The American Revolution explores our country's founding and its 8-year war for independence. Watch the 6-night premiere event starting November 16th. To celebrate the film, Arkansas PBS is hosting screenings, transcribe-a-thons, and partnering with National History Day Arkansas. Visit myarpbs.org/America250 to learn more.
Arkansas PBS Sports is serving up the High School Volleyball State Championships on Saturday, November 1st. Congratulations to all the hardworking student athletes across Arkansas. Catch all the action on Arkansas PBS or watch later on the Arkansas PBS YouTube channel.
It's an honor to share that Arkansas PBS was recognized by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences at the Mid-America Emmy Awards ceremony. We're so proud of our talented team members and partners who help make these Arkansas PBS original projects possible.
As we enter the season of giving, the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood Sweater Drive offers us all a meaningful way to spread warmth to our neighbors. For the entire month of November, you can bring your gently used sweaters, jackets, and other winter clothing to libraries across Arkansas. Visit myarpbs.org/sweater drive for the complete list of locations.
Thanks for joining us, and be sure to connect with us on social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X.
We're grateful for your support, and we thank you for being a part of our Arkansas PBS community. We'll see you next month.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Arkansas has some of the best trout fishing in the country, and I really think it's really underrated.
You know, this is what we're known for.
The Ozark Mountain Daredevils have been described as a collection of ragtag hippies, bohemians, and musicians who approach the music industry in their own unique way.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
UANS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UANS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uanshealth.com.
And there it is, another trophy for the trophy case, going back to Hackett as the Hornets repeat as state champions in the 2A volleyball state title. Your MVP of the game, of course, JB, Michaelyn Freeman.
Goodness, I don't know if she's got enough fingers for all the championship rings she's going to have. Might have room for one more, but man, Freeman, Coach Freeman, Michaelyn Freeman, the Hackett Hornets, an impressive run to the title and an impressive win.
Here's a look at those stats. Look at those kills compared to what's on Taylor's side, and 14 of those 42 coming from Michaelyn Freeman. all by herself. The attacks, everything just going in Hackett's way. But you definitely have to tip your cap, JB, to what the Tigers came out here and fought.
Yeah, that first set was pivotal. Kendall Hamlin led the way. A handful of blocks too, but in the end, Hackett ran away with things in the three-set sweep.
It's hard to battle against this team up front, and as we look at a recap of how this one broke down, Taylor doing everything they could up at the net to try to get it past this defense, but it's hard, JB, when you've got those skills up there up front.
Hackett's so good, impressive. You saw that, the dog pile at the end. Heartbreak for Taylor as Hackett takes home another.
They take it home in 3. It was our fastest game of the day, and we thank you for that. But we've got one more left, and that is our 3A volleyball finals between Mansfield and Harding Academy. The nightcap here in Hot Springs. It has been fun, and we're not quite done yet. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. Alyssa Orange, JB Brazil. Man, it's always fun to work with you. I appreciate you.
Pleasure, partner.
Thank you guys for joining us on this state title volleyball matchup.